Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, once again, I have Joe.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Hey, man. What's going on?
Not much. Hanging.
That's good. I'm happy for you. Really quick, you can write in at FNL Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, if you want to. This just in from Aunt Nancy. Josh, Joe, Jimmy, doesn't one of you have a conflict and need to be somewhere else on the evening you tape this? I miss Claire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's busy tonight, and Jimmy decided to tell us he wasn't coming like 5 hours ago.
How do you think Aunt Nancy feels about 2 episodes in a row where like there is a spot for Claire, but she's not here?
Hey, Aunt Nancy, number one, she's invited. She just also has a life, and she was busy these days.
Got things going on.
So,
she'll be back eventually.
Eventually, if Joe lets her out of the house.
Yeah.
Joe was like, "You're busy."
Just tell him you're busy.
Just tell him you're busy. Tell me you fell down the stairs.
I want to be the funniest.
That means you're like confident that you're the funniest when you're only with me.
Yeah, it's got to be between us two. It's the holiday season.
Yeah.
And I've been watching movies.
Like holiday movies?
Yeah.
I mean, you did you watch like 2 movies the other night? When John Cena's final match, and me and you and our in front of the show, Nick, anime expert Nick, we're talking about watching it, and then or about when we were all gonna watch it separately, and then you were like, "I'm gonna watch. We're watching like Miracle on I forgot what the first movie you said was.
It was Santa Claus 2.
Santa Claus 2.
Yeah.
And then it was like a couple hours later, and I was like, I'm about to start the match, and you're like, I'm gonna finish Die Hard, and I was like, damn, you just pumping out movies today.
Yeah, usually in the holiday season, I like to watch a lot of, holiday episodes of TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I feel like I've just been through a lot of those shows already.
Yeah.
So digging into some movies, and I've haven't seen a lot of like classic holiday movies, including Die Hard, and A Muppet Christmas Carol.
Wait, you hadn't seen Die Hard?
I've never seen Die Hard until a few days ago.
And?
So I think I was texting you about that same text thread where we were texting about wrestling.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just going to finish up Die Hard. And like, when I was watching it, I'm just like, I think I'm too woke for this movie.
Yeah. And I was like, you said that, and I was like, I don't think I know what that means.
Yeah. It's
because I love Die Hard.
Die Hard is obviously like a classic, and I've missed out on it for like 30 something years or whatever. And so there is that of like, there's been movies based on Die Hard for decades now, and it's clearly like a momentous movie in that way. However, going back to watch it for the first time in 2025 is a little bit of a trip. I'll skip to the end here that I still thought it was a good movie and I liked it.
Okay.
And I would recommend it.
Good.
And I gave it 4 stars.
My fury is going down.
Great movie. I might even say, like, looks great, solid action. Like, John McClane is a guy you're cheering for. But it just has a thing, especially for the times that I'm not around. Claire is watching a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies. And so I get enough of that in the background that I see how those go. And a lot of those Hallmark Christmas movies are like, a woman has a career, and she's doing great in her life, but then she goes back to her hometown and learns that like, actually her career was a mistake. She should have stayed home and like married the guy that she knew from way back when, and he's such a great family guy, and like she really just needs to like get a man in her life.
So the Hallmark Christmas movies are just like pro trad wife.
It's like when you like peel back the scenes a little bit, you're just like, oh my god, this is just every Hallmark movie is just like this, huh?
Oh man, being successful was a mistake.
Yeah, you really need to learn the lesson of Christmas, which is like you just need to like stay home and have kids.
Yeah. That's the sponsored by First and Last Podcast.
Yeah. But that's what I was saying. I was like, I'm a little bit too woke for this because, like, man, when you go back and watch Die Hard, it's very clear that that's like the same, like, and that's how you can tell Die Hard. I can't believe that this was ever a debate whether Die Hard is a Christmas movie or not.
Yeah.
Because it's very clearly a Christmas movie because
Right.
it's like it happens on Christmas.
Well, yeah, people's argument for that is it just happens at Christmas time.
Yeah.
But like it's more than that. He's traveling to be with his family on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's not even like he's just like getting gas on Christmas Eve and all of a sudden he has to go save people in the tower.
No, yeah, it's
like he's like trying to celebrate Christmas.
It's tied into the plot. There's a family aspect to Christmas. There's a Christmas party going on. There's Christmas referenced in the score. I don't know how you could be less of a Christmas movie.
Right.
But the last part of it being a total Christmas movie, it has those same like has that same frame of reference of like gender roles of those Hallmark Christmas movies. It's just like John McClane's wife went off to LA to go have a career. And actually she just needs to get back with him and like quit her job is the moral of it. Cause like you remember the last like confrontation with Hans Gruber is like, you know, he's holding the woman hostage and like, you know, John shoots him and he falls out the window.
Yeah.
He's hanging on to his wife's like wrist and like hanging off the building, and like John goes up to her wrist and like unclasps the watch that she got from her job for like closing a deal that went really great or something.
Okay.
It's just like,
have I never like known about like I guess the symbolism of the watch? I just thought the lady was wearing a watch.
No, yeah. They make a big deal about it early in the movie.
Oh,
like,
man.
She gets this watch because like this is a symbol of like her being a professional and doing a great job at work. And so he undoes the watch, and that's how he kills Hans Gruber. It's just like, you just need to be done with this career and get back with me.
I gotta say this. I think you're looking too hard into it.
No, I'm not. I'm looking too hard. I'm making that point and saying that I still like the movie. Like, I'm saying that this movie has a different worldview than I do, and I still enjoyed it.
Oh yeah. I mean, John McClane as like a character, like if like you sat down and had coffee with him, you'd be like, I fucking hate you. Like, you know, like, because he number one, he's a cop.
Yeah.
Which, hey, thanks, I guess. But like,
well, that's the other thing too, is the Carl Winslow's character. I forget his actual name in the movie, but he's like the cop on the ground, and his whole storyline is he
shot a kid.
He shot a kid. He shot an unarmed child, and somehow still gets to keep being a cop. But that's
how being a cop works, man.
His whole plot line is like, oh, I went behind the desk because I couldn't bring myself to like use my weapon again.
At least he's a cop that felt remorse, but he's still not. He's not going to quit his job.
Yeah. And then at the end, he kills a guy, and it's just like, hell yeah, you learned how to kill again.
way to kill again, bro.
Good for you. My point is like, that's not. The point of Die Hard isn't that. It's not trying to push some sort of agenda about family roles. It's just that just happens to be the frame of mind of the writer.
Yeah, well, and it's just, that's the characters' backgrounds, too. And
then it's the 80s. It's 1988. This is the frame of mind of a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's not a political agenda. I'm just saying that, like, when I go back and watch this, I'm just like, wow, this was a different time.
Man, I haven't watched Die Hard yet for my 2025 Christmas season, and you better not have ruined it for me.
No. Well, that's the thing I'm saying, too, is, like, there's a lot of, like, conservative people that are just like, oh, I can't fucking watch this, like, woke-ass shit, and it's fucking woke and blah, blah, blah.
They think Die Hard's woke?
No, just like
just anything.
Any fucking like, you know, movie that they want to hate for some reason, Star Wars or a Marvel movie or something. It's just like, oh, it's just too woke now. And it's just like, just calm down. It's just action and like sci-fi. Like, they're not trying to push an agenda. Just watch a fun movie.
It's just a movie, dude.
It's just a movie. And
it's also not real.
It's also not real. And that's the way that I like look at Die Hard. It's just like I like kind of scoff and laugh at some of these things. And I'm just like, holy shit. But like it's a good movie, even if I disagree with like the frame of reference of some of these things.
I have a question, because there's one thing, because I've watched Die Hard so much, there's one thing that I'm like, it bothers me every time, but I'm also just like, whatever, because it's just like an action movie. Is John McClane's shirt throughout the movie. It's a white tank top.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes a brown tank top.
Just from, sweat and grime.
But
whatever.
it's like he's crawling through vents and stuff, and he's getting dirty. And there's a point where it's a dirty white shirt from crawling through vents, and it's like an increasingly dirty white shirt, and then it just is a brown tank top.
Okay,
like like it's not even like stained anymore. He's just wearing a brown.
It's just
tank.
fully brown.
It's just fully brown.
Yeah, I don't recall that.
Yeah, you watch it enough; those are the things you glob onto.
Yeah. So that was a fun watch. I also we watched all 3 of the Santa Claus movies.
I was going to say, did you only do Santa Claus 2 or did you?
No.
Okay.
Watched all 3.
I haven't seen those
I'd only seen the first one.
Is Tim Allen the Santa Claus in all of those?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I've ever seen 3.
Yeah. So you've seen 2 though?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, like, when it come out, like 2001?
No.
99?
It was like 2004 or something.
Okay.
2002, sorry.
I feel like I've seen the Santa Claus 2.
The Santa Claus was 1994, and the Santa Claus 2 was 2002.
Okay. Yeah, I probably saw that.
I had only seen the first one. I had not seen the second and third. And honestly, I don't know that I've seen the third really yet because we just like had it on while the Bears game was on. So I don't know that I really watched it. But like the Santa Claus 2 not Santa Claus 2. The Santa Claus also has like that weird aspect too where you like think too much about it and you're just like, Jesus Christ, this like the whole plot of the movie is this guy, Scott Calvin, who's an awful father to his kid.
Yep.
Like learns the magic of Christmas by becoming Santa and then just abandons his kid to become Santa.
Right, because he like can't be around anymore.
Yeah, because he's being Santa.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing is like he works too much. He works too much and his kid, he's Scott Calvin's been through a divorce and like the kid is having fun with his mom and her new husband, Judge Reinhold. And Judge Reinhold seems
Judge Reinhold?
Yeah, seems like a great stepdad.
Yeah.
Like
they're actually having a good life.
Yeah. And like the beginning of the movie, they ship him off to Scott Calvin to like watch him on like Christmas Eve or whatever for some reason because it's just like, hey Scott, you need to hang out with your child.
Well, because you should probably be with your kid at least one of the days
on the holiday. One
of
of the days of Christmas. Please, that's the whole thing in the beginning. So he works too much. You need to spend time with your kid.
So then he gets the hardest, most demanding job ever to be invented.
Yes, he gets a new job where he's now working in the North Pole. And then he just hands him a snow globe at the end and he's just like, call me whenever you need me. Like,
but I'm not going to be around.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, and then it's just, again, it's a Disney movie for kids. You're not really supposed to think about that. You're just supposed to be like, wouldn't it be fun to be Santa Claus? Or wouldn't it be fun if like your dad was Santa Claus? Which then gets weird when they make 2 more movies and they still try to tie it into the real world where it's like now the second movie is like now he has to find a wife and also curse her with this thing of like, you're Santa now and you need to move to the North Pole.
I've definitely seen that movie. Yeah.
It's Juliet from Lost. That's fun.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that.
She's like the principal of the kid's school. And
his
like,
kid's school?
Yeah, his kid's school. He's now a teenager.
And then he curses her.
He curses her because he's like, now we're in love, and now you need to move to the North Pole and like work in this factory.
Did they ever explain what happened to the old Mrs. Claus?
That's the other thing too, where it's like you start to think about it too much. It's like, okay, so in the first movie, the original Santa Claus dies on Scott Calvin's property, and so now Scott Calvin needs to become Santa Claus. But what happened to Mrs. Claus?
Yeah,
because it's in the clause that like Santa Claus needs to have a Mrs. So what happened to the previous widow Claus?
I mean, it would be more. It's weird that they don't say anything about that, but it'd also be even more fucked up if they were just like, well, you were signed Mrs. Claus and you're still going to be Mrs. Claus, but now this is your guy because you're just married to Santa Claus. It doesn't matter who it is.
You just belong to a Santa Claus.
It was like oh shit, I forgot his name. There was that WWE luchador that was definitely 2 different people at some point. I forget his name now. Do you remember what I'm talking? Like,
there's a WWE luchador who had what?
He was like definitely 2 different people. Like he was a guy. He was one wrestler for a while. This is like, and this was his only like he wasn't like El Grande Americano, like where which is clearly different people. I think they just dropped that, by the way. I think he just went away. But there was a wrestler and he was a luchador and he like wrestled in a mask, and then that guy like got fired or quit, and then they just got a different guy.
Oh, to just fill in the mask.
Sin Cara?
Yeah.
Sin Cara, right?
Yeah.
He just became a different person. Like he had different tattoos.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
I mean, they've had several different Doinks. Doink the Clown.
Okay. Yeah. So it's like that, but
you just take up the mantle.
But Doinks, like Mrs. Doink, has to be married to whoever plays Doink.
Yeah. That's the thing. It just it's a fun concept for one movie where it's like, what if my dad's Santa? But you start to think about it too long, you make more movie, and it's just like, what the fuck? This is fucked up.
But isn't it fun watching movies, especially old ones that like are just stupid, like the Santa Claus, and then just being and then postulating about the insanity of any consequences of the real world that like. Yeah. If you just think about it a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
I mean, it's kind of what I try to do a lot on this podcast. But
sure.
Why the fuck did they do this? It's the same of like when you see like an ad and it's like clearly like the logo is a penis kind of thing or something like that, or and people are like, how did that get by like the people? And it's like, well, that's because it was like a million boomers and like some millennial probably thought it was hilarious and they got it slipped by. And then you watch a TV show and you're like, do they not ask a question? Like someone writes a script and no one goes, what about this? Like what would happen if where's Mrs. Claus?
Yeah.
In Santa Claus 2. And like they're like, who the fuck cares? And like no one who the fuck does care where Mrs. Claus is. But interesting.
Yeah. It just tickles that weirdness brain a little bit, or you're just like, wait a second, are you kidnapping this woman? Are there previous women that were kidnapped this way?
Did Juliet from Lost seem okay with the curse?
Well, that's the thing is like she's had like a Santa Claus fetish her whole life. That's like built into her character.
Fuck.
She like was obsessed with Santa as a kid. Yeah.
So like this is hot.
Yeah, this is her dream to be married to Santa Claus.
Okay, well, cool. Well, at least he found the perfect woman to curse.
Yeah.
So cool. Joe, what is this podcast besides the premiere What the Fuck's Going On with Winter Holiday Movies podcast?
Let's mark this. I think our food is here. I think Lindsay brought it in.
Oh yeah.
Should we check on it, or are we good?
Oh, here, well, we can take 1 second, and I can check on it. If I can push the right buttons. She did. She brought it in.
Cool.
We're good. 1905. All right.
There you go. It's a TV podcast. We take a TV show and analyze it with its first and last episode and see if it makes sense in real life. Just kidding. It's not how TV or art works. But we'll watch the first episode and see how we feel about it and see if it would make us want to watch more of that show, and then make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode, watch that episode, and then judge it as a whole before we score points based on how true our predictions became.
Woo.
I picked the show this week, and a lot of times when we've done this, I don't know if it's fully canon that we've done this every time, but a lot of the time we've picked like wrestling shows.
That's right.
Including the last week when we did the Big Show, which is it's not a pro wrestling show, but it's a show including pro wrestlers.
Yep.
The show I picked this week is also like, it's not pro wrestling, but it's kind of pro wrestling adjacent.
Pro wrestling adjacent.
It's choreographed fighting. Do you remember?
That's what it's called?
No. Do you remember?
Are you just describing wrestling?
Pro wrestling. Do you remember a show called WMAC Masters?
No, that sounds like a golf show.
Yeah, it does sound like the Masters. No, maybe you'll recognize it when you see it, but this was a show, WMAC Masters, that was produced and released from like 1995 to 1996. I feel like I saw it on like Fox Kids on like Saturday afternoons or maybe Sunday mornings, but I wasn't able to confirm that online. But it was a show produced by like some of the producers of like Power Rangers, and it essentially had like a plot that's like Street Fighter, where it's like fighting champions from around the world are fighting in this tournament, and they're trying to figure out who the best fighter in the world is.
Okay.
It's live action.
It's not a like. Because when it went kids, for a second I was like, oh, is it animated?
No, it's live action, and like in the show, they're like, staging fights for this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember thinking as like an 8-year-old kid watching this, like this can't be real, right? But there's like a part of me like started off thinking this is a legitimate like fighting tournament, and then as I'm watching, I'm just like, but like some of this seems edited though, right? Like,
what this isn't. Right. This doesn't currently ring a bell to me.
Okay.
But I'll be curious to see what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing like the picture on Wikipedia where it's kind of got like a dragon kind of behind the logo.
Yeah.
Are they fighting? So you said like Street Fighter. Did we talk about, I was talking about somebody about this the other day when we were like, because we watched the Game Awards last week or 2 weeks ago after this comes out, and Street Fighter, the new Street Fighter movie was announced or like shown a little bit, and then it was kind of like, what is Street Fighter?
Yeah,
like
what's the lore there?
Like what's the why did they fight? And like I mean I only really played the Super Nintendo and like one PlayStation 1 game, and I don't think I ever understood what like the lore of like why they're just, I think they're just people that like are like, hey, fuck you, man, I could beat you up, right?
Yeah, there's a tournament, but then there's like M. Bison, who's like some sort of evil wizard who's like trying to take over the world.
Yeah,
but he's hosting a fighting tournament for some reason. And
is he hosting the fighting tournament?
I think so.
It's really weird.
He's hosting it
because I like fully understand. I mean, it's the lore goes way deeper than these things, but like. I understand what Mortal Kombat is.
That's what I was going to say. Weirdly, Mortal Kombat makes a lot more sense than Street Fighter.
Right. Well, because Mortal. I mean, it's stupid.
Yeah.
But it's like Mortal Kombat's like, oh, there's realms, and then and then the god said to be able to like invade, you have to like win tournaments, and then they hosted a tournament, and then there's Tekken.
Yes.
Which is
also tournament based.
Which is tournament based. But that's just literally like. Tekken was just like this super rich Japanese dude, Mishima.
Mishima Corporation.
The Mishima Zaibatsu Corporation. He like started the King of the Fist tournament.
Yeah,
I don't something like that. If I'm not getting it quite right. And he just hosted it because he was just like, I want to make sure that I'm like the fucking strongest guy in the world, and then. A lot of times in that game, he like puts his like company up on the line. So then like in the in games like past the first one, like different people all of a sudden just like own the company because they like won it. So, but like I don't know why they fight in Street Fighter besides they just like fight on the street a lot. Like the only lore I know from that is like the 90s movie with what's his name? Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh yeah.
And that's more of like there's like a secret service United States, like that's just like army, like United States people trying to like fight like terrorists, and M. Bison's just like a terrorist. So maybe that's true, but I also the Street Fighter 2 anime movie is really fucking good, but I don't remember what the plot was. I should watch that movie sometime. So
I'm scanning the Street Fighter 2 plot summary section on Wikipedia. It says sometime after gaining a new body, M. Bison, blah 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 blah. He gained a new body. What the fuck,
dude? He's a monster.
To lure out Ryu once more, Bison takes influence from his bodyguard Sagat to announce the second World Fighting Tournament organized by Shadaloo, with the main intent on retrieving Ryu's body, as well as wanting revenge towards the fighters, blah, 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 blah. I'm just trying to see, like, is there something where, like, if you win the tournament, you get a wish or something?
I don't know if it's that magical.
Just get to be the world's best fighter?
That's Twisted Metal.
Oh, that's Twisted Metal. You get a wish.
Yeah, there's a dude named Callisto who hosts Twisted Metal, and if you win, you get a wish. But he's like a bad genie.
Yeah.
So like you wish for like, oh, I want like all the fuel in the world because the video games are post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
And then he like drowns you in gasoline or something, kind of thing. So
That's right. That's what I'm thinking of.
So yeah, that's
Twisted Metal. Also, like, yeah, a game I didn't think of, but it was also like a fighting tournament game.
Yeah, it's just a fighting game, but it's in cars,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes sense.
Yeah.
Street Fighter doesn't make sense. Does WMAC make sense?
Yeah, I'm not sure. The way I remember there being like a strict like scoring point system, and I remember it being a lot about like who's the best fighter in the world. I do remember like some behind the scenes things of like there is like interpersonal drama between the fighters.
Okay, so it's because I just read like the first season was hosted by Shannon Lee, the daughter of Bruce Lee.
Oh, okay.
And the sister of actor Brandon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
She was not the host in season 2, just in case we have a can't guess that for a prediction. But that sounds like it sounds like at least there's some form of tournament hosted by someone. I'm like, does this feel like a reality show in a way, or something like that? Like,
yeah, that's why as a kid I was just like, is this real? Is this
real?
Fake?
Interesting. I wonder how many. Do you remember how like are there like a couple fights per episode?
I don't remember. I feel like they're like, and we'll see how this goes in the first episode. I feel like the structure of it was like you essentially got like a section of the tournament per episode. Like it starts off with like 4 fighters or something, and then it goes down to the final 2, and then the final 2 face off at the end or something.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Man. Also, on the spot, I'm looking like where in the world? What's the first episode called? Ooh, I found it. I did find it. Episode 1.1, Meet the Masters, is what it's called. It looks like. We talked a lot already.
Okay.
And I have no idea what this show is. Mm-hmm. So if you're cool with it, I'm saying we should just get into it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm sure we'll have more to say.
And then we can like really talk about what the fuck this is once we get back. So we're gonna watch the first episode of WMAC Masters, and it's just called Meet the Masters. So we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of WMAC Masters. I don't remember what it was called.
Meeting the Masters?
Meeting them. Did we really meet the Masters?
Just meet the Masters. We met some Masters.
Met a couple Masters. I don't really have a write-up. We can just kind of go through. There's 3 matches. And then we learned a couple things. So, correct me if I'm wrong, Joe. Essentially, what's going on is there is a tournament among martial artists, and they it seems like they all have a belt. Yeah. And every time they win, they get like a token or like a side plate, and they get to put them on. And then I think I gathered once they get all 10, when they get 10 and they fill up their belts, then they are allowed to challenge the like champion,
like the grand champion,
the Grand Master or whatever.
And it seems like each fighter represents a different fighting style.
Yeah, because they were saying what their name was before every fight, and then what their fighting style was. I didn't catch that as much in the first match because I wasn't paying attention to like those details. And then in the second match, I was like, oh, they did say these things. Yeah, and it seems like that. So they have what they have. Each fighter has a dragon belt with 10 slots on the side, and then they fill that up, and then they challenge for the Dragon Star, the 8-point Dragon Star, apparently. And then I forget. Do you remember what the champion's name was?
I think it's Turbo.
There's
a current champion as is. So it seems like once somebody completes their belt, they'll be able to challenge the champion Turbo. And Turbo was shown in like when they were just describing what the tournament is. They were shown Turbo raising his belt, and then he was also seen in the final fight, like watching over the final match.
Yeah, he was like in a throne, like with like above watching them. Interesting that so this is it is like portrayed as a real martial arts tournament.
Yeah, it's produced like a sports show. And
they even are like live at like Universal Studios Florida, which is like wherever, but like the Battle Dome with WMAC Master. So it's kind of interesting that they kind of are really, it is like a fake reality show.
Yeah, there's like stats. There's, before they fight, they show their, their name, their fighting style, their height and weight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Their finishing move or the specialty move or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then after the fights, there's like replays.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to explain why me as a kid may have thought this was real.
Well, and then there's the Shannon Lee.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like the MC of the night, and she's explaining what's going on and what people are going. So it's So the first match was, and I just ignored all their real names, and I just only picked up their monikers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it was The Machine versus Great Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was 3 matches. There was 2 matches, and then the winners of those 2 matches went and fought in the final match.
Right.
And the first 2 matches were the same as each other, and it was the 2 combatants went into the whatever battle arena they were in because they changed.
Yeah, and it seems like that battle arena is just like a movie set.
Yeah,
it's just like an outdoor set. I forget what the first one is, but it's just like they're just like out on some like western town or something.
Yeah, and then the second one was like they were in like a parking lot with like some like tipped over cars.
Yeah.
But the first part of the battle, so on each fighter essentially has like an HP bar on either side of the screen, so you can see what their like levels are at.
Yeah, like their health level. And then they fight a bunch of like putties. Yeah, from the Power Rangers. Just guys in masks. The announcer describes that like these are trainees at the WMAC Masters like school or whatever.
Yeah,
they're
like,
here to like test the fighters.
It's like the NXT wrestlers.
Yeah,
and this is SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And they get to participate.
So they come in and like both of the fighters are there, but like the fighters aren't fighting each other yet. They're fighting these like guys in masks.
Yeah. And so they just fight them I guess they fight them until they're all gone, or there wasn't like a time limit on the screen or anything. No, so it seemed like they just fought all those underlings until they were gone.
And you could like take damage from the underlings.
Yeah.
Like if they hit you, like your power bar goes down.
Yeah. So you'd see their power bar go down a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then eventually it would be like, okay, now 1-on-1. Mm-hmm. And then they would fight each other 1-on-1. And then they would just fight until one of their HP bars went down to 0.
Yeah. Each time one of them lands a hit, then their power bar goes down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so the Machine versus Great Wolf happened, which is interesting because kind of the main character of this episode would be the Machine.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so he ended up winning against Great Wolf.
Yeah.
Great Wolf was definitely a Native American character.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Machine, right away, he had like a cyborg guy on, and like was wearing like armor.
Yeah.
Like just before the fight.
Yeah,
and
just his like entrance gear or something.
Yeah, entrance gear. Because right away I was like, oh shit, are we like? Because I was like, is this just Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Like these are just like supernatural, weird, crazy people. Mm-hmm. But that when I realized that wasn't true after a while when they just were regular people fighting. Mm-hmm. And so the Machine won that round, and he wins that, so he moves on to the final. Mm-hmm. And then the next match was Red Dragon versus Superstar. Mm-hmm. And Superstar was just what's his name from Mortal Kombat?
Liu Kang.
He's just Liu Kang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Red Dragon was like Johnny Cage in a red jumpsuit.
Yeah. Just an American karate guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does American karate. But the big thing about that one was, I think Superstar, he had 8 things in his belt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he was only 2 away.
Mm-hmm.
So this guy is close.
Mm-hmm.
But they fight, same thing. They're the ones that fight in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And they fight the putties, fight each other, and Red Dragon loses. Superstar moves on. The final match is Superstar versus Machine, but before they went to that, they did a deep dive, essentially, and they made it act like it was like a behind the scene, like, they're like in the gym, because all the people fighting are like in the gym together, like training and stuff.
Yeah, throughout the episode, there's like clips of them like kind of hanging out in this gym area.
Yeah, and all of them like kind of are like, why do they call him the Machine?
Yeah, they're talking about their nicknames.
Yeah, and then before the final match versus Superstar and the Machine, they all kind of like corner the Machine and they're like, dude, why are you called the Machine? And he has this like, I don't know, couple minute like storytelling time of how he was like
with like video clips that they're showing of the past. Yeah,
so it's really like they're really trying to build some characters here. But what did he like? He was lost a fight one time.
Yeah, it was like the old training gym that he was at. Some guy named Steve came in and showed him up. And so then he challenged Steve to a fight like after hours when their like sensei wasn't going to be there. And he just like went a little bit too far in the fight and like ended up getting really hurt by Steve. Like Steve like broke his arm and leg or something.
Yeah.
And then he was like laid up in the hospital and then trained to like get back into fighting shape. Healing from a broken arm and broken leg, and then he like went back to the gym to like confront Steve, and he was like, Steve, I've got something I've still got to give you. And then he did like a spin kick and just wrecked this like body bag.
he exploded the punching bag.
Exploded it, yeah. And then put out his hand to shake Steve's hand, and he's like, I owe you like an apology or whatever.
Like such a weird aggressive flex. And then just going, I owe you an apology.
Yeah.
He was like, what?
Essentially, it's a lesson in discipline. Is like he should have like been in control of like his like fighting nature and should have like understood when he was like, you know, been able to take a loss and have discipline in that way.
Yeah, and so that's why he's called the Machine, because now he's like cool, calm, and collected.
Yep, he's the Machine now. He just doesn't. He just computes everything.
All he does is let loose when he's when he's fighting for the dragon belts. So cool.
Yep.
So all of that, and then it was Superstar versus the Machine for the final match, and the final match was in the Battle Dome, which was like a cage match.
Yeah.
Imagine like a mini Thunderdome from Mad Max.
Yeah.
Without all the weapons taped to the ceiling. So they're just in this little dome, and it's timed. It's like 2-minute fight or something like that. I think it was 2 minutes. And then whenever they touch the side of the dome, they get a point deducted against them or added against them.
So essentially, you want to like punch your opponent into the cage.
Yeah.
That's how you get points.
Yeah, and so if you get the most points by punching your opponent into the cage or whatever, then you win. At the end of the time, and it was all tied up 2-2 with like 10 seconds left to go or something like that, and Superstar pushed the Machine into it, and then the Machine kind of like stood up and was like, oh man, okay, and then it was just like over.
Yeah, there was like 3 seconds
no
left.
urgency.
He should have like, you know, aimed for one last jump kick or something in those last 3 seconds, but he was just like, oh no, I lost.
He should have just like ran at him and tried to tackle him into the fence. I was like, all right, well, in story, like in kayfabe for this, is there no timer? Do they not know? But you would just feel like it's only like 2 minutes. There's got to be a sense of urgency. There was no urgency.
I don't know. Maybe that's just, that's the lesson that the Machine learned in discipline is like, you know, I've lost. I'm not going to be able to win in the last 3 seconds. Maybe I should just like accept my loss.
Well, the Machine learned to give up.
Yeah.
I guess. But then, Superstar wins, and he gets one more token added to the side of his belt, so he's at 9 out of 10.
He gets to add the Machine's token to his belt.
Yeah, so I'm curious on that, because it was like the Machine's token with his like symbol on it. So does that mean they have to fight, like he can't have 2 Machine tokens?
That's kind of what I assume, is you need to beat 10 of the other people.
10 individual, like different people.
Yeah.
10 unique kills.
And also those earlier rounds in the show don't count towards those tokens.
Yeah, you only get the one for the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's just practice up until then, basically.
Yeah. Which I guess makes sense why they start off the show with like all these guys already having a lot of tokens, because you can't go have Superstar or whoever win 10 different episodes.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's only 26 episodes total in this show or something like that.
It's 13 in the first season, so
yeah, so not that many, but yeah, I'm wondering if so then, I mean, for show's sakes, I would assume that one Superstar wins, and gets to challenge Turbo.
Yeah.
Win or lose, I assume everybody else that has tokens, it's not like a reset. It's just like keeps it going. Like the tokens are always just going up.
I would think.
Yeah, interesting.
Then what happens if you so let's say Superstar gets the 10, gets to challenge Turbo for the belt or whatever, and then he loses. Does he start back over at 0 or like?
I would assume so.
Jeez, that's a long way to make up.
Well,
got to make it count, I guess.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he still got the wins under his belt, but because if he got to keep them, that would mean he just gets to consistently challenge.
Just go back next week. Yeah.
And that wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. Maybe it's something you lose a few.
Yeah, if it's
like 5.
Yeah, it's like bags when if you go over, you go back down to 15. Mm-hmm. He loses, so he goes down to 6 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he needs to get a few more.
Try it again later. Let someone else try. Mm-hmm. What was your as an adult now? What are your thoughts?
It's pretty cool stunt fighting.
Yeah.
Especially in the sense that they because they do the replays and pitch it like a sport. Mm-hmm. You get the replays of them doing the stunts again. It's just that is pretty good. Where he's doing the spin kicks and the guy is dodging it every time. They had to choreograph that. It's pretty athletic.
Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good fighting. I was I didn't want to. The putties made me start thinking the underling fight that they had.
Yeah.
With those students or whatever.
Yeah.
Made me think of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, this is when Power Rangers started to have good choreographing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, this is pretty good actually.
It's I mean, it's clearly for children.
Yeah.
It's silly in that way, but it's I'm surprised that either this didn't take off more or that there wasn't a licensed Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter show in this way. You would think that something like this would be a big hit of those games were huge in the mid 90s. That why wouldn't there be a show where you could just get to watch martial artists do this staged fighting every week.
Right. Well, I mean, and even this is pretty much martial arts wrestling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's obviously predetermined.
Yeah.
They're acting like it's not. It's some storyline in between. Not as much interpersonal stuff as you might see. Kind of. They didn't. No one really shot a promo.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of thing. But I could see a little bit more pizzazz being added to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a cross between Street Fighter and pro wrestling and Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And you're just how weren't kids just eating this shit up?
Right? Yeah. And before we started, I was I don't really remember this. And the second it showed, I was oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
I saw that belt and I was oh yeah, I remember them sticking those coins under their belt.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking let's go. Other thing is they did say men's something. And there was a couple women around in the gym, but we never saw a women's match.
Yeah.
I don't remember enough about the show to remember if we ever see a women's match.
Yeah, I wonder. I would guess that it's something where they just kind of reference that there are women here, but we never actually see a women's episode.
Yeah. Yeah. 90s.
Yeah. Where it's just we're not actually gonna there is, yes, somewhere along the way there is a women's division, but we're never gonna make an episode for that. But understand that this world does have women fighters.
Yeah. There's women here, we promise.
Yeah.
And they're totally just as important.
Mm-hmm.
We promise. Yeah, not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We didn't. There was one or two other people kind of around. Tsunami we met.
Tsunami. Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of
that as a nickname.
What other ones?
They referenced he wasn't with them backstage, but they referenced him later in the show that after Superstar wins his 9th token that they're like, now he ties Olympus, who also has 9 tokens.
Oh yeah, and Olympus was like at the end. He like told us like what like the moral of the story was.
Yeah, he said like he was saying that like the moral of the episode is like discipline, and that's what Machine learned, and discipline is one of the 8 points of the Dragon Star.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, clearly a kid show.
Yeah.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I didn't expect that like one of them was gonna be like, all right, well today what did we learn?
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, I'm Olympus,
Yeah.
and we learned discipline today.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that means there's 7 other like, integrity based or like things.
Tenets of the Dragon Star.
Yeah. Like, what's going on with this? So interesting,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Anything else on these master fighters?
I'm interested about Turbo, the current champion.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely like, they didn't show much of him, but he like wears all black and he's got long hair, and it seems like he's like playing a heel, like he's supposed to be like a big bad.
Yeah, he didn't smile when we saw him.
Mm-hmm.
He was very stoic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm curious. I like the idea of this being like season 1, introducing and like a bunch of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like we met 3 fighters today,
Mm-hmm.
and we got 1 in-depth fighter.
Yeah.
Like in the
little
machine.
profile. Mm-hmm.
But so it'd be cool that like every single episode, I assume, will focus on somebody a little bit, give us a little bit of a background, and then you would assume that would kind of set up a season 2 where it's like, now we kind of know everybody.
Yeah.
You said this like off before we started filming, but you assume like we're gonna get a new champion by the end of season 1, potentially.
I figure.
And I wonder if things get a little bit more Power Rangey or something, like if like when someone beats Turbo, if they're like there's more like interpersonal dynamics and some more like interesting like non in the fighting dome like that happens where they like fight each other outside. Maybe like they're like, oh, we're done filming at Universal Studios Florida, and it's like, holy shit, Superstar and Turbo are fighting in the parking lot,
in the actual parking lot, not the movie set parking lot.
And they're like, I'm an actor, bro.
Dave, what are you doing?
Dave, it's Turbo.
Call me Turbo.
Call me Turbo.
Or
die.
I will say that I really thought from the beginning of the episode, especially because they're focusing on him as a character, I really thought Machine was gonna win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I kind of went into that final match assuming Superstar was gonna win was just because they were like, he's got 8.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't even know. Did they even say how many Machine had?
He also had 8, but they didn't.
Oh, he did?
But they didn't make as big a deal of it.
Oh, okay. So because I didn't even catch that one.
Yeah.
So I just assumed, Superstar's like well ahead of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's clearly gonna win.
Yeah.
Because we need to get to a turn. We need to get to a real championship soon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What if they have any? What if we get some undercard belts later on?
Yeah, just guy just like starting out, he's got 0.
Yeah. You're like, well, you can win. 10 lets you do the champion, but if you get 5, you can go for the Intercontinental belt.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, it was good. I would roll. I mean, as a kid, I remember this now. I definitely rolled into episode 2.
Yeah.
It's just very interesting. It's interesting premise, and I'm curious to see where they go.
Mm-hmm.
Especially now that we're rolling into the final episode.
Yep.
What do you got for predictions?
So I think Machine is still my guy, and I think the Machine is competing for the Dragon Star.
Ooh.
Like, I think he's up for he's got the 10 and he's challenging for the belt now.
Cool.
I think that somebody shoots a fireball.
Yeah. How so? I mean, I'll count it either way.
Mm-hmm.
But do you think it's like they like have oil in their mouth and they spit a fireball, or do you think like they Mortal Kombat like produce a supernatural fireball?
Yes, I think it's supernatural. I think they've they've harnessed their chi in some way and they shoot a fireball.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I think that there is a character with an eye patch. Just because I think that that's like kind of key for a fighting character.
I was gonna say that I thought there was gonna be like a masked character.
Yeah, that'd be good too.
Yeah. I didn't, but.
And then my last one is that the lesson of the story and potentially a point of the Dragon Star is patience.
Patience.
Yeah.
Nah. Well, here's one that's a pretty far reach, but I think number one, I think there's a women's match.
Okay.
Just want to see a women's match.
Yeah, maybe. The only way I can kind of see that is if the episode starts off with like we're just joining a live women's match and it's like about to end.
We are watching a two-parter, and so I'm just hoping with like an extra 20 minutes.
Sure.
Maybe they're like, well, we got time.
Yeah.
we can do one.
Just an exhibition match.
Yeah. Yeah, just an expedition. Number two, kind of on your fireball, is I think we get a supernatural ability.
Okay.
So someone shoots a laser beam or fireball or something.
Yeah, duplicates themselves.
Yeah, something insane. So supernatural abilities. Number three, I think someone does a wrestling move.
Okay.
Like a power bomb or a rock bottom or.
Yeah, we mostly have just seen like, punches and kicks.
Yeah.
So
I mean, but like not like an inadvertent. I want someone to like give someone a power bomb, not just like whatever. So we'll know when we see it. And I will count if they throw someone through a table.
Sure.
Because that's clearly a wrestling move. And number four, I think a new champion is born.
Okay. Cool.
Not like birth, like someone wins the championship.
Someone has a baby and they're just like, that's our new champ.
That's the new champion right there. So new champion. And then so the finale, which is a two-parter, and we're gonna watch both of them. It's called Visions of Evil, I believe is what it was called. Joe, there was a last episode technically, and we're not watching that.
Yeah. It looked like it was like a recap episode, and it was released like after the last season, and it's tough to find original air dates, but like looked like season 1 ran 95, season 2 ran 96, and then there's this one last episode that looks like a clip show and is in 97. So it's just like, it feels like that's not really part of the main run of the show.
Yeah, so we're gonna stay away from the clip show.
Yeah,
and hopefully get some visions of evil, which is great. So all right, we're gonna watch that and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the two-part finale of WMAC Masters Vision of Evil. I have a little write-up from the Wikipedia. Part 1, Great Wolf shares a nightmare he had of the Dragon Star being stolen and fears the day's matchups will prove it true. And then so episode 1 was matchups, and we'll go through those. And it leads to his vision becoming true, which is in part 2, in a special 3-way match, Chameleon wins the Dragon Star, but a bizarre statue shows up instead, thus confirming Great Wolf's fears. The Masters finally realize who is behind the plot unfolding all this time, as Wizard finally exposes his brother's true intentions to the Masters. So, part 1, Joe. Part 1, so Great Wolf, I guess that's why it's called Vision of Evil. Because Great Wolf had a nightmare.
He had a dream.
But, I mean, really actually a vision, I guess.
Yeah.
It was, so the first match in that episode was Cyclone, who we hadn't seen before, versus the main man, the Machine.
Yeah.
In some form of Wild West stage.
Wild West ghost town.
What did you think about the changes to the fights?
They changed a little bit of like the display of how the power bars look, and they don't show them all the time.
Yeah, they put them on the bottom now, almost more like a fighting game HP.
Yeah.
And then, they're not there.
Yeah, they're not there all the time. And then at least in this fight, there was elements where the ninjas came in, they fought the guys fought each other, and then the ninjas came back.
Yeah, which is new.
Which is interesting.
And the ninjas in the first fight against Cyclone and the Machine, they were like the predominant reason why Cyclone lost.
Yeah.
Because they like kicked or fell against like the balcony support Cyclone was on top of.
Yeah.
Which then made him fall off, losing his final HP.
Yeah, he fell off this balcony and like landed on a wooden wheel, which I was like, he like may have been impaled by that. Like,
yeah, he
dangerous.
Like listeners, a full-on wooden wagon wheel was just like sitting there, on its side, and just like the middle like sprock. What's the middle part of the wheel?
Yeah, hub or whatever.
The hub of the wheel, but like pointy hub.
Yeah.
Is like sticking, and he just falls like middle of his back, just right onto that.
Yeah, and he just like made a reaction like, "Oh, I lost the match."
Yeah, I know, and not, "Oh, my back is fully broken."
Yeah, but I think it's fun that the environment played more of a role in the match. Mm-hmm. Last time it was just kind of like it's just background for where they're fighting.
Yeah,
like, it didn't really matter.
Just a drop. Literally like a 2D fighting game scene.
Yeah.
So the Machine takes the win there, and he will go on to face the winner of the next match of Yin Yang Man versus Olympus.
Yeah.
We saw Olympus give the moral of the story in the first episode that we watched, and we never saw Yin Yang Man.
No.
But I remember him.
Okay.
It's just really, he sounds like a Mega Man robot panzer.
Yin Yang Man.
It's Yin Yang Man.
You get the Yin Yang power after you beat him.
Yeah. And they were on like the Legends of the Hidden Temple stage.
Yeah. It was called like Mayan Mystery or something.
Yeah. And they fought, and that one is more of a episode 1 classic fight where they fought, the ninjas came in, and then they fought some more. Yeah. And then it must have just been over faster than they needed to bring the ninjas back for the second time.
The ninjas like used the levels to jump off of stuff, but that was about it.
Yeah. And so then the Machine won that one. Right? No.
No.
Wait. It doesn't really matter.
No, it was not. It was Olympus won that one.
Yeah, Oh, wait. Yeah, Olympus won that one.
Yeah.
I skipped ahead in my line.
Yeah.
And then the final match was Olympus versus the Machine.
Yeah.
And that was just for a notch in their belt.
Yeah.
And the Machine won that one.
Yeah. The final match is a little bit different.
Yeah. What was different about it?
Like in the first episode, it's a cage match where if they touch the cage, their opponent gets a point.
Yep.
Now they're on like a spinning platform.
No. That's the women's one.
Oh, was that not at the...
No, this is the end of the first part.
Oh, yeah, the men's one was still the cage.
But it's still a little different.
It was still the cage.
It's still the cage.
Okay.
But the only difference is that ninjas now come into the cage after a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And they just stay and fight. So the ninjas... I don't know why they made it. They did specifically be like, the ninjas are wearing special clothes that they don't react to the cage.
Yeah.
And I was like,
the cage doesn't react to them.
Well, if the ninjas touch the cage, like, who's going to get the point?
Yeah,
Why isn't there just a guy pushing a button?
Exactly. It's a very like simple explanation for like how they do this. It's just like, oh yeah, if you touch the cage, someone gives them a point.
Well, like in the first episode, they were like, the cage is like magnetically like censored.
Yeah.
They had a reason. Like the fighters, like it was like, I don't know, like
just the lightest touch.
Part of their
set it
like
off.
It like could tell their DNA, so it was like giving it. It was like there's a dude sitting there watching,
just
right?
watching them. Yeah.
Yeah. There's people in the crowd.
Like we still judge football based on like how far like a person with eyes thinks the ball went.
Yeah. And then they bring two sticks tied with a rope in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they just go, that was probably exactly correct, right? So how do you feel about that? Do you think sports should be more eyes, less eyes, like more computer, less computer?
Oh, more computer for sure.
You want more computer?
Here's the thing. More computer, but on the other end of that too, less review. Like if we're going to go computer, you just have to trust the computer then.
Okay.
Because the bummer thing about like where they've been adding replay and stuff, like they've been doing replay in NFL for a long time.
Yeah.
And NFL, it kind of works because it's like there's a lot of stoppages in football anyway.
Yeah, half the regular time is just people getting ready for the next play anyway.
So there's time built in to like go back and look at a play.
Yeah.
But like they've been adding replay to like NBA and stuff, and basketball is much more just like free flowing. You just keep going.
Yeah.
And so replay there adds more stoppage.
Okay.
So I like technology in terms of just like if it keeps the game moving and you just don't need to wrangle over like little calls of like did it hit the line or not. Like you've seen like I don't watch tennis, but I've seen enough tennis to like see when they show those like, you know, they called it out and then they go quickly to the video replay and they're just like, see, watch this like CGI ball hit this thing and it hits the line.
Yeah.
We know that it did.
Yeah.
Like just do it quickly and trust the machines if you're going to do machines at all. Or if you just like a little fun thing where you're just like judging a 60-year-old's eyes, then like, yeah, sure, let that be the game.
Yeah. Kind of basically lean. Don't do this half measure that they're doing currently.
Yeah.
Lean one way or the other. I kind of like the idea of just, for the most part, just having like the 3 dudes that are on the field not wearing helmets for like football are like, yeah, it was there.
Yeah, it's close enough. I think you made it in spirit.
Because the part that would slows the game down then is just like a bunch of other people screaming at that guy.
Yeah,
which is fun. So, if they do more computer, I want more steroids.
Okay. More roids, more computer.
Yeah. Because let's make everybody faster and stronger if the computer can keep an eye on it.
Cool.
I just want to see more roids in sports.
Yeah, technology's gotten better, I think.
Yeah.
Science, I don't know. I don't take roids.
Yeah, neither do I. So it's like, you know. But hey, if you want to make $50 million, and do roids for 10 years of your life or whatever, you presumably know what you're.
As long as everybody has, I mean, the thing with roids is like, you know, because they've been unsafe, and then some people would take them and some people wouldn't, and they're, you know, there's an unfair advantage in that way, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just like everybody has the same amount of like regulated shit.
Yeah, give them because there's some regulated roids that they can't even take, right?
Well, and it's even like the stuff that they do now for training and all of the like regimens and like stuff that they take right now. Regardless, it's not stuff that us regular humans have access to anyway.
Right. It's basically it's roids.
Right. Like they just make up their own rules. Like as long as everybody's playing by the same rules.
But they can't smoke pot.
Yeah.
Because that would give them an advantage. All right. So the ninjas.
How many WMAC guys do you think are taking roids?
Most.
The
right?
Machine for sure.
Right? Dude, the Machine, Tracy. Sorry, Tracer.
The Tracer.
He just looked like a bad guy from Street Fighter.
Yeah, he did. Because he's wearing like a beret.
Yeah. We'll get to him in a little bit, but so the final match between Olympus and the Machine took it home pretty much in a fair fight. It was it went to sudden death.
It did, yeah. Time ran out. They had even points, so it's sudden death.
Sudden death, so they're tied.
They electrified the cage at that point.
Yeah, and so Olympus died, and the Machine left unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
No, they both stayed alive, but the Machine won. The one thing I noticed, and it was predominantly in that fight, but like that was some hardcore like video game fight music.
Yeah, very intense.
It was very. I was like, oh, okay, I'm into this. So that was kind of fun. And so that's the end of the first episode.
Yeah.
Our the first episode of Visions of Evil, and Great Wolf, who had the nightmare or the vision of evil.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of like looked at everybody because everyone's like watching these fights in the back in the training room.
Yeah,
and he's like, "See you guys, I fear what might happen."
Just like I predicted.
Mm-hmm. So then we go to part 2, where it just starts off with the first ever triple threat women's Dragon Star Championship.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened, I guess, is Black Widow, the current champion, is just retiring.
Mm-hmm.
She's just like, I'm gonna retire, and it's kind of funny because all the people that weren't in the match were just like, why the fuck is she retired? Like, what? Like,
oh, you're just done?
Like, even the people on the show were like, this doesn't make any sense. Why doesn't she just stay the champion until she loses? Well, the weirder part is they said like, so when they introduced these women, they do it with everybody, but they like say like Dragon Star belt level, and then they say how many like tokens they have on their belt.
Yeah.
10 being the amount you need to be in the championship. So they call it all. So then they say all these women, and they just say relinquish to like fight. So I mean, we didn't see the other ones, so maybe they didn't all have 10 and they just did it special. But it kind of seems like they had 3 women that had 10.
Yeah.
And just like the lady was like, I'm going to retire. So like, fuck it, we'll just throw me all in. But I was like, why didn't you just do like a 4-way fight?
Yeah.
I guess she fears, Black Widow fears she was going to win still. She's like, I can't lose.
Yeah,
so.
I just need to be out of here.
I'm incapable of losing, so I'm going to quit. She seemed just as young as everybody else.
Or maybe she's in on the plot at the end here, right?
Yeah. And that's the thing is we obviously don't know that. The mystery of what's going to happen with the Dragon Star is up in the air.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. But without knowing that, I just think she's a loser that gave up her belt.
Yeah. So there's a triple threat.
Gave up just like John Cena.
So there's a triple threat for the Dragon Star Championship. And this is where I got confused because I thought that like this type of match was just, this is the final match now. But no, you're right. It's the final match for regular matches is still the cage.
Yeah.
But then when you go for the Dragon Star Championship, now you're on this rotating platform.
Yep.
Surrounded by like, a gap of like nothingness. And then there's like 3, maybe 4 like bridges that lead to that center platform that you enter from.
Yeah. And then those bridges just go to like the kind of arena seats.
Yeah. And then, so you're fighting on this spinning platform, and essentially the match is over once you, or in the case of a triple threat, once both competitors, or 2 of the 3 competitors are knocked off the platform.
Yep.
But if you get knocked onto one of those bridges, or you hang on to one of the chains hanging from the ceiling.
It seems like, essentially if you touch anything besides the like top surface.
Yeah.
Of the rotating platform.
Because there's another part where someone like got knocked off the platform, but they're still hanging off the side on some handles.
Yeah.
And each of those counts as a violation. And when a violation happens, then one of the ninjas comes in the match.
It's a pretty baller like match rules.
It's fun, yeah.
Like I was like, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Once there's a demerit, then we add more chaos because it kept adding more and more chaos, and eventually there was like, I feel like there was like 5 different ninjas in the match.
Yeah, like I don't know at one time. There was at least 4 at one time, maybe 5 at one time.
Yeah.
But I do recall, I don't know if it got to 7, but they did say like,
I remember,
violation Ninja 6.
Yeah, I remember enter Ninja 6, and I was like, what, 6 now?
Yeah.
Because they would, knock off the ninjas at some point, and then the ninja's not part of the match anymore. But
yeah, it's cool that it's like, okay, well, there's parts that aren't the pit. And obviously you don't want to fall in the pit because you lose immediately.
Yeah.
So if you don't, then we're just going to add I guess I'd rather have a ninja come in than me not win, right?
Yeah. Plus, from just like a competition standpoint, you add the chaos to like kind of get the match going, right? Like, okay,
it really keeps it going.
Yeah, but it's just like, it makes it so that like now there's more danger, now there's more chance of one of the competitors getting knocked off.
Yeah, and you said this, but one of the rules that they specifically stated was that the ninjas are not allowed to win.
Yeah.
So, because we saw later, and we'll kind of explain it, but there was a ninja in the last men's championship that kicked the 2 fighters off, and they got eliminated at the same time, only leaving the ninja.
Yeah.
So then nobody won.
Yeah.
And then the current champion just retained.
Yeah.
Right? Is that how it works?
I think current champion just retained.
Just tie goes to the champion.
Something like that,
basically.
Yeah.
I bet that's pretty dang rare. So, but so the 3 women fight. Oh, just really. So the 3 women are. Did you say this?
No.
They're Chameleon. She, and just in case anyone was wondering, yes, she is a woman dressed all in green that holds an iguana.
Yeah. Specifically an iguana. Like it's not.
It's very much it's a real living iguana.
Yeah, not a chameleon.
Not a chameleon. Which, okay. She could have called it like I guess maybe they couldn't get it away with reptile.
Reptile, yeah, but like
I don't know.
Lizard.
Yeah. Lizzie. And then there was Chameleon versus Lady Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
And then versus Princess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Princess.
We didn't. So in the first episode, we saw a lot of Chameleon and Lady Lightning kind of bantering in between each other, kind of about like an upcoming championship.
Mm-hmm.
Princess was nowhere to be seen.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see her at all in the first episode or the first part. But they fought. We talked about the rotating platforms and the whatever. And Princess gets out first, followed by Lady Lightning, which means Chameleon as now the new Women's Dragon Star Champion, Chameleon. And then when they start the fight, the champion takes the Dragon Star and puts it in like this like hydraulic tube in the middle of the ring, and it goes down into the floor. And then when Chameleon wins, then the tube comes back up to present her with the Dragon Star. Trophy, I guess.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's supposed to have powers.
I wonder if there's something mystical to it.
Yeah. Like, cause like it's so like weird. It's such a weird, like they have like championship belts, but they all have them.
Yeah.
And then they get this like
this trophy that
weird
has a handle in the middle.
Yes, weird handheld trophy. Look up WMAC Dragon Star, listeners. And so when it comes back up, then it is not there. And in its place is the red dragon statue.
Yeah, it's like a sculpture.
Yeah,
looks really nice actually.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Of what is called the Chiquito, which is Chiquito is lore dump, everybody, because this whole women's championship in the second part of this finale was probably 1/3 of the episode.
Yeah.
And then the next 2/3 was just like, do you guys remember the last 2 seasons? And we're going to put all of these things together, which to me, because we hadn't seen any of it, was pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like putting it all together. And then the last little bit was this kind of the reveal. It was like the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies or something, or like Lucky Number 11 when they're like, let me explain to you what you missed the whole movie. And that's kind of what they did here. And so there's the Chiquito thing is there. So Chiquito is a martial arts that is not recognized by the WMAC. So they are not allowed to participate in this like fighting tournament thing.
Yeah, because it's like not it's like not honorable in some way or something.
Yeah. Well, the Wikipedia quick said like they wouldn't agree to like kind of like the terms of fight or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So they were like they won't bend to the WMAC rules. And so they're the bad guys and they're not allowed to be there. Things what we did learn, and you can add to this, Joe, if you remember anything else, but things we did learn when they kind of like did the lore dump and explained what we might not have seen that was there the whole time. There was 2 people named like Wizard and Warlock. Wizard was the good, like Warlock's a bad guy name, you know.
Yeah,
and Wizard's like
clearly
a good guy name. But they're apparently brothers, and people didn't know that for a while. And so in this process, they kind of realized that Wizard is a good guy and Warlock, his brother, is a bad guy, and they both used to belong to the Chiquito before they changed ways and then joined WMAC. But it appears that Warlock never really did.
Yeah, he still kept his Chiquito roots.
Yeah, keeping it Chiquito. And then in the end of season 1, that was the men's championship match, which was, God, I want to say Red Dragon and the Machine. I just had it.
I think it was Superstar and the Machine.
Superstar and the Machine. It doesn't really matter because that was season 1. End of season 1, we didn't see it. But Dragon Star, Superstar, and the Machine. Yep. And they were the match ends because they were both defeated by a mysterious masked ninja. And they kind of put it together in this, and we saw clips from that, but they could put together that masked ninja was Jikaido, because he like came in during one of the violations.
Yeah.
During things. So kind of a fun way to sneak in.
Yeah.
And then there was another dude that we met just in this episode. He wore a red beret. He screamed, I'm bad.
Yeah, I just am the bad guy.
I'm a bad guy. He looked like he's a German bad guy in Die Hard, Joe.
Yeah.
That's what he looked like.
Could be one of those thugs.
Could have easily have been one of the German thugs. And his name was Tracer. And he was working with Warlock. Yeah. So they are the ones that worked to steal the Dragon Star. I keep wanting to say trophy.
Yeah, the Dragon Star.
The Dragon Star.
Because there's a plot where like they made the Warlock the champion at some point, right? Because he like in his Dragon Championship match, there was like one of the ninjas came in, but that ninja was actually working with Warlock.
Yeah.
And so it's an unfair advantage. So it seems like
But Superstar retained still.
Oh, he retained.
Yeah, I think that might have been the beginning of season 2. I can't remember. It was like...
Okay, so he retained, and that's why they had to steal it. Eventually.
And that's why they decided to steal it, because that's what they said. They were like, he could have just won. And it was like... But then they were like, but he lost. And he even tried to cheat, so...
Yeah.
Superstars are just that good.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, apparently there's some power behind the Dragon Star, and they really needed to take it. Well, I think also it's part of, like, they want to be taken seriously, or they want Jukido to be recognized as part of the WMAC official martial arts.
Just want all the world's fighters to know who holds the power, right? It's probably kind of like mostly just a power play, just like, oh, you're gonna shun us? Well, then we're gonna steal what you love.
Yeah,
it would have been a better move, I think, if the bad guy, this is wrestling now, but like the bad guy wins, then everyone thinks he's a good guy, and then he's like, fucking tricked ya. Yeah, like that ninja, he's a bad guy too. That's Stone Cold. But we got a lot more like fun story besides just kind of like the fighting. This really is like karate wrestling.
Yeah, I think it's wild that they had this whole like double crossing plot with like breadcrumbs strewn about
all 2 seasons.
Yeah,
you know. Like that's long-term storytelling.
Yeah, it's pretty intense for like just like a kids show.
Especially that's not kids show stuff.
Yeah, and again, and even like a 90s show where like if this is showing once a week, like you're not gonna catch every episode, and it's just like you're gonna miss matches. You're gonna miss these clues leading up to like Warlock and Tracer being the like saboteurs.
Yeah. Only thing else is right at the end, Tsunami showed up because Warlock and Tracer are like at like the helipad, waiting for the helicopter to come, like take them away, and then Tsunami comes and he kind of like he's like, "What's up? The plan went right."
Yeah, he's like, "Where are we going?"
And everyone thought Tsunami was a good guy, and they like wrote him off as like, "There's no way he's a bad guy." So, but we'll never know what happens.
Yeah, we'll never know
until they reboot it next year. WMAC 2026.
I think leaving by helicopter off the roof of the building is also what they were trying to do in Die Hard.
Yeah. This is just Die Hard.
It's Die Hard with martial arts.
They're actually all going to fly home for Christmas. Is what they're about to do. Interesting. Yeah. So what'd you think overall?
I mean, yeah, again, it is very like mid 90s, in that it's, you know, essentially the live action version of martial arts fighting game.
Yeah.
I'm not, even though I'm saying like I'm surprised it wasn't a bigger hit, I'm also not surprised that it was just over after 2 seasons, because all of that was like very hype and then was gone, right? Like, I mean, Power Rangers still exists, but not in the same sense that as it was popular in its first couple seasons. Same with fighting games, right? They continue to go on, but like it was like a like cultural phenomenon with Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter in the 90s.
Yeah.
So not surprised that it ended quickly, but like I am a little, like I mentioned, a little impressed that they tried to put in this like through line plot that they're going to pay off at the end of season 2. But really, like, not enough clues there that you would really, I like with the clues that they showed us. Like, I don't know that you would really try to piece that together to go like, hey, wait, is Warlock planning to steal the Dragon Star?
Well, like maybe in season 2 they were arguing a little bit about it, and there's only 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So like you have season 1, you have episode 1, season 2, then you have like 10 episodes to like build up to have them start really arguing about it.
Yeah.
But like season 1, when a ninja happens to kick both the people off, and like no one wins the championship, that would just be like, oh, that's a pretty cool ending to a show, like season.
Yeah.
And then the beginning of season 2 is when the one guy has another like championship against the champion, and he has like a ninja that works for him.
Mm-hmm.
And if they make that a little obvious, you're like, ooh, something's up.
Mm-hmm.
But are you even connecting what happened last season yet?
Yeah.
You wouldn't. I wouldn't.
No, I don't think so. Just the little that they showed, I don't think that you would think to tie some of these things together. You just be like, huh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, but I do like for this era of TV,
mm-hmm.
and especially and also because it's a kids show.
Yeah.
Like the only other kids show that I'm thinking had like kind of like long-term storytelling is like the X-Men animated TV.
Oh yeah.
You know, like what else did really?
Yeah.
But that just kind of screams like adult appeal, at least, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was pretty cool fight choreograph, so I'm sure like people that are into that kind of stuff would kind of like it. Mm-hmm. Especially, I mean, I guess I would assume if I'm letting my kids watch live action fighting the show, I'd probably be watching it with them.
Yeah.
At least a little bit to make sure what's going on.
When I was like researching this, they like put out like the WMAC Masters like got rebooted like this summer, like the website.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Got like rebooted this summer or spring, and they put out like a press release saying that they're essentially like setting up like auditions to like start up this show again.
Holy shit.
And they've been dropping hints about like stuff coming in 2026.
Dude, I'm in.
But like I haven't been really able to see any like, you know, we're coming up in 2026. Any previews coming up? Any like hints about casting or like none of that. So who knows if like maybe they tried to do some auditions but like never really got their funding or whatever. But like it looked like they were trying to make a push, or somebody was trying to make a push this year of like trying to bring it back.
It'd be cool, because I would say I probably won't watch any more of this show. Half because, you know, it's just all on YouTube right now. But it's also like all on YouTube and from 95. So it's just like, it just looks bad.
Yeah.
And
it would be interesting to see like what a modern 2020s version of this would look like, right? If you made a show that was about a fighting tournament, but staged it kind of like a sports show, like
made it like half Street Fighter, half WWE, like half, like, but not live, so fully scripted.
Yeah, fully scripted, like
fully scripted wrestling Street Fighter show. Because that like those like the weird fighting like arenas and like the championship belts and everything like that. Yeah, be very interesting. Add like, because like you don't need the promos like wrestling or anything, but like that just this like drama that's happening is great.
Yeah, because the analog is like, the fighting in this show is similar to like, you know, martial arts fighting that you would see in a lot of like other 90s movies, but in like 2020s movies, or even like, you know, 2010s and beyond, fight choreography and how it's shot is like very different now. So I wonder like how that would look. That'd be interesting.
I'd hope it looked more like early 2000s, 90s fight choreography.
Yeah, right. Like
I feel like fight choreography has gotten a lot of like just quick camera cuts.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
to make it look like grittier.
To make you not be able to see what they're doing.
Yeah,
like, you just can't. Watching people fight, you're watching camera like the cut of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's less impactful to me. Some people, it works in some movies, but it's like it's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to see like a kung fu. I just want this. I want a kung fu movie.
Yeah,
like show me the fight.
Yeah.
I would watch a reboot just to like curious.
Yeah,
to see,
just out of curiosity.
Curiosity to see if like the characters are all as wacky as they are.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to know if there's supernatural stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Unconfirmed at this point for the show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. But this is good overall.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else before we dive into predictions?
I don't think so.
All right, let's do it. You went first.
I have that Machine is competing for the Dragon Star, and while he did compete in this episode or both episodes, wasn't specifically for the Dragon Star. He'd actually gone back down to 2 Dragon Star status.
They had mentioned that he was the champion, so he had definitely he probably became the champion sometime in season 1.
Yeah,
and then probably lost to Red Dragon or something.
Yeah,
or maybe Superstar. I'm not sure.
Could be, but yeah. So either way, it looks like you go back to 0.
He was a champion, so I was like, he didn't fight and then lose, because they did. You trade in your tickets for one chance to fight. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Someone shoots a fireball, and no like mystical stuff like that. Someone with an eye patch, and Yin Yang Man had an eye patch.
Oh yeah, he did. Yet another reason why he should be your favorite character.
Yeah, and then like he like flipped up the eye patch, and he's got like a Yin Yang like contact lens in.
No, that's his eyeball.
That's just his eyeball. His eye is just like that.
That's the actor's eyeball.
That's why they call him Yin Yang Man.
Yeah.
And then that the lesson is patience. There was a lesson after the first episode, and it was,
I can't remember what it was.
Oh no, it wasn't even something relating to the episode. He just said that like, a lot of the traditions that they learn through martial arts are passed down from previous generations. Yeah. So you need to respect your elders.
Yeah.
It was respect your elders.
It was respect your elders.
Yeah.
Not patience. You're going to need some patience to respect your elders, but that's not what he's talking.
Mm-hmm. So 1 point then for the eye patch.
All right. I had, there was a women's match.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a triple threat.
Yeah. So
3 points. 1 point for that. I had supernatural abilities. Nothing. Yeah. I gotta believe that Dragon Star's got some supernatural something to it, but inconclusive. Number 3, I said we'd see a wrestling move. I didn't catch one.
Yeah,
I didn't catch one.
No real grappling.
For how silly the arenas are.
Mm-hmm.
No wrestling move.
Yeah.
But then I said new champion.
Yeah,
Chameleon.
Well, she didn't get the Dragon Star, though.
She's still the champion.
I don't know. What's a champion with no trophy?
Still the champion.
I think still the champion.
Still the
she could take that little red, like sculpture that they left. Still really nice.
Pretty dope, actually.
Yeah.
That's almost cooler than the thing that everyone,
yeah,
everyone's seen. So 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
2 points. That's going to do it for us, listeners, and WMAC Masters. If you want to hit us up, just like Aunt Nancy did tonight, and send us show suggestions or just lay down some comments, you can at FNL Podcast on the Gmail, on the Twitter, on the Instagram. I believe those are all correct. Thank you for listening. We will see you again next week. Goodbye.